They have become a hub for all criminal activities. An illegal order was given that no illegal should be taken to court. Between all the states, there must be coordination. Bangladesh must realize this situation is heading for a tussle with Bharat. The fourth S-400 is coming this week. It must be deployed immediately. Many states in this, many such cities will emerge where entry and exit points have been completely choked up. Just like the Kejriwal government in Delhi brought in all the illegals. How dare the Bangladeshi Rohingya? How dare the media question illegals? They never went to Kashmiri Pandits' homes to ask. From the video, it looks like they would have killed that cop if it was not a BJP state. I think this is about the Bangladeshi Rohingya. It will also help in catching them, spaces them. This was suggested for Maharashtra, but all states can implement it. I think in all public spaces. This is the beginning of a major cleanup drive in Maharashtra. And from what we know and understand about Maharashtra, this whole thing was the court's decision. And in implementing that court's decision, the Maharashtra police and the state's leadership have now launched a Clean Maharashtra campaign, much like the Swachh Bharat campaign. And in this, as you surely understand, local leaders have played a very big role. Whether you talk about Kirit Somaya ji or the local police administration. And from all of this, we have learned a few important things. The biggest lesson for us is that a politician will gather illegal immigrants and simply considers them to be their personal vote bank and is ready to import them from absolutely anywhere into his constituency. Listen very carefully to what I'm saying. From one place or another. These politicians gather up all the illegals and want to bring them into their own constituency. And this type of politics from the opposition is what causes the most suffering. Who was supposed to suffer the most? The local citizens, the actual citizens of the constituency. Because at the end of the day, the entire expense of supporting all the illegals to sustain their lives, their jobs, their water, their electricity supply, their housing, whatever you want to call it, the burden of all this falls directly on the state. And it is not just the burden, from somewhere within the administration, because it is being said that since the time of Sunil Dutt's time, they were bringing these illegal Rohingya Bangladeshis here. They were brought in, gathered together, and settled with the sole objective of voting. So when this bulldozer finally ran, the illegals are questioning the media, saying that we have been living here for so many years. We even have tax receipts. We even pay electricity bills. So we are official. So give us some other land in its place. So you will find so many socialists, liberals, and more socialists. Both of them unite on this one issue. And their only point is that where will these people go? For the sake of humanity. This humanity, you should practice it from your own pocket. Whatever desire you have to show humanity, all the moral science lectures. Because when young children are in school and college, they find moral science very appealing. Anyone can come and say, oh, there is so much poverty, let us share a little. Children really like these leftist, liberal, socialist ideas of equality. But when that very same child grows up and actually starts earning money, that is when he understands how much hard work it takes to earn money. And then he slowly starts turning from leftist to right wing. As long as someone else is paying the bill, socialism feels great. So, as you know, it was often said about Mahatma Gandhi that it was very expensive to maintain their so-called normal lifestyle. It cost a lot to sustain it. So, whoever sponsored this kind of lifestyle, you see, somewhere, as I always say, it is some Adam Smith who is sponsoring socialism. So, a few Adam Smiths get together, gather some politicians and settle illegals like Sunil Dutt in Mumbai. Mumbai is a city where so many people from different states come to make a living, looking for work, and in the hope that they will get some kind of job. Today, getting a small house there is almost impossible to get, because no matter how hard you work, it is 1 crore, 2 crore. Nothing comes for less than 3 to 4 crore. In such a place, settling illegals right near the station, and not just settling them near the station. I have even seen mosques on some platforms. I am not just talking about railway land. I have seen mosques on the platform itself in Mumbai. So this kind of politics, the dirty politics that the opposition parties played, and then the court cases went on for so many years. After receiving the court's judgment, this cleanup is finally happening. Even after that, you can see what kind of noise some people from the opposition parties are creating. I was watching Aditya Thackeray. He came out giving a statement with great enthusiasm. And I say that, well, if you have such a big house, then take them all to your house. If you are so generous, take them to your home. Settle them in your room. All the illegals, you find them so dear, take them to your home. All the socialists, tell them to take these illegals to their homes. Support their livelihood with your own money, right? Share your bedroom with them. All those people, whether it is Rahul Gandhi, Aditya Thackeray, or be it Nawab Malik or Sanjay Raut, right? All of them should open up their properties for these illegals, right? Give them good facilities. Why are you giving such ordinary facilities from public spaces? Well, otherwise too, this had become very important and necessary for the railways because of all the new trains the Prime Minister is launching. From pelting stones and breaking the glass of all those latest technology, clean trains, to stealing assets from inside. These are their acts. It is the illegals who have gathered on these railway assets. They are the ones responsible for throwing these stones on trains. So who should take responsibility for these illegals who are causing so much damage to the nation? The responsibility should be taken by those people, those Muslims who consider themselves, those Bharatiya Muslims who consider these illegals as their companions and friends. This responsibility should fall on their heads. This responsibility should fall on those politicians for whom they are a vote bank. The distribution should happen from their personal assets. It should be for these people, and it is not like some people have been living here for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. So you can imagine how much money people must have taken. I mean, there must be some government department, right? Whose responsibility it would be to ensure no illegal encroachment on government land. How much would that clerk have taken? How much would that court judge have taken when some harassed person must have gone and filed a case or a police complaint? So how much was that judge bribed for these slums to become permanent over 30 to 40 years? A den of crime. It is a den of drugs and a den of radical terrorism. And it is a den for their jihadi activities, a den for every single type of illegal criminal activity that has been established. These are the displaced people who have entered Bharat. And since this morning, I have been seeing people commenting, and they are even asking, sir, if you have removed them from here, then where are they going to go tomorrow? It is possible they'll go somewhere nearby. The next station, like they announced on the train, the next station is Bhiwandi. So they will go and occupy the next station. So regarding the regulation that the West Bengal government has just now brought out, just yesterday, today and tomorrow, their clear statement is to deport them. You must detect them and detain and deport them to Bangladesh. So Suvendu Adhikari has given this specific order that no illegal person should be taken to court. This means all the illegal Bangladeshis and Rohingya who are caught, the police must hand them over directly to the BSF, and the BSF will send them directly towards Bangladesh. This is Suvendu Adhikari's official order that has come from the West Bengal government. Now the question arises that there has to be some coordination between all the states. Where do you detain and gather all the illegal Bangladeshis and Rohingya who have infiltrated? Because the detention center inside Maharashtra, I do not think it will have the capacity to hold this many people. So a properly structured policy will be required on how to detain them, how to transit them from one place to another, and exactly how to send them back through the West Bengal border. And with Bangladesh, this is not going to be an easy task at all, because now Bangladesh must be realizing that all these situations are now heading towards a direct tussle with Bharat if they do not agree to take back these illegals. So the situation in Mumbai, I had tweeted about this situation with a map, and that specific tweet went viral. And that tweet went viral because the western and eastern expressways and all the entry routes are all the entry and exit points, and the Atal Setu entry and exit point. I tweeted this with a map of Mumbai, and I wrote in clear words, I wrote that there are 4 years left for the Mumbai riots. Obviously with a question mark, because it is a prediction. Yes, 4 years are left for the Mumbai riots, for the Maharashtra riots, because all the entry and exit points of Mumbai have been captured. I am repeating, that tweet did go viral, but then I deleted that tweet yesterday. And the reason I deleted the tweet is because after it was reposted and went viral, a lot of smaller handles were being threatened with FIRs by some radicals who had started harassing them. Then I had to delete that tweet in order to save those people. So this is the reality of Maharashtra and Mumbai. And if you analyze it overall, you will find that in many states, there are many such cities where the entry and exit points have been completely choked up. Meaning the day the riot happens, you will not get out of Mumbai, nor can anyone come in to help you. That is how the entry and exit points are choked. All the highways and express, in fact, even the entry and exit points of the Atal Setu have been blocked. So wherever these radicals are, the Maharashtra government obviously knows full well about them and is working on it. But is this solely the government's responsibility? Do not you and I have any responsibility in this at all? As citizens of the nation, it is our duty to know that in our lives, if in my own constituency, some politician is bringing in this many illegal people from somewhere outside, so how can it be possible that I do not know? How can it? And if knowing everything, all the citizens of that entire constituency have allowed this to happen or neglected it or simply ignored it, or have tasted the so-called prasad of secularism, whatever it is, it shows how grossly negligent we are. Gross negligence to the point of what? Professional misconduct. If a professional did this, it would be considered misconduct. That as a citizen in the street right next to me, some politician is bringing them in and I do not even know about it. And if I do know, I am ignoring it. So we have a responsibility to be this alert, to raise this demand with the government. How is it that all the entry and exit points of Bharat's financial capital have been choked up like this? How can it be that only at the most strategic locations where there is a cantonment or army logistics or even a sensitive nuclear plant right around its very own boundary? Take the Mumbai airport, for example. If you look at the Mumbai airports, you will see it's the plane's hangar. A small hangar is built on one side. Why so small? Because of the slums on that side. And what slums are they? All radical slums. All of them. How many illegal Rohingyas and Bangladeshis are in there? Just imagine the airport has to be built in such a way that the illegals are not inconvenienced at all. The airport has to be designed in that specific manner. So many of Mumbai's railway stations are in a state where a bridge has to be built over them because you do not have the capacity to clear out the illegals living below. You do not have that capacity. You cannot make that decision. So you keep looking for shortcuts and you can see what the Mumbai trains are like. Because of the crowd these people create, who have captured the entire railway land assets. This simply cannot go on in the financial hub of the country. How can this be allowed to happen? It is exactly like how the Kejriwal government in Delhi brought in all the illegal immigrants for its vote bank. They surrounded the national capital. And in the same way, the financial capital is surrounded. It must be cleaned up. If it is not cleaned up, then I am telling you my prediction. Within 4 years, there will be bloodshed in Maharashtra. And for the people of Mumbai, there will not be anyone who can come in to save them, nor will you be able to escape. So whatever steps the government is taking, if you cannot even support them, have you seen even one rally? Has a single rally of citizens come out in support? Show me just one in support of the police. I mean, how careless and utterly worthless our citizens are. How careless. When you can clearly see that stones are being thrown at the police, you cannot hold a single rally in support in Mumbai. We have such a massive population. Not one support rally can be organized. That is how pathetic it is. As citizens, we have absolutely no responsibility. So you must be aware, be alert in your constituency, if even just one single suspicious person in the constituency enters, there ought to be that level of alertness. Love jihad and all of that should absolutely not happen. But this kind of alertness is also very necessary. After all, that entire burden comes upon the government on your and my tax money. So citizens should start fulfilling their own duties. It is not just about what the government is doing. The government will only act when a narrative has been set. You do not even come down from your building. You have made no demands. So how will the government deliver? You should have a demand, should not you? What kind of demands do they have? You just try and take a small child or an elderly person. Just try to let your car's tire touch something when you go into their area. Then you will see what they do to the entire city. Within 10 minutes, a high court judge will tweet against you. Just if your tire even slightly touches anything, right? So this is our citizens' condition. There is no demand when there is no demand at all. So how will the government deliver? In the name of narrative, it is zero, totally zero. I am telling you, this has been going on for 3 days. Many policemen are injured. Many policemen were pelted with stones, but not one rally was held by Mumbai citizens, not one rally in their support of the policemen. Why? You should know that in the next 10 years, the policemen are the ones who will be beaten the most. Do you know? You should know this. In all the states, in all the cities, when they go for the cleanup, who will be beaten the most? Who is going to get beaten? The policemen for us. And you cannot even come down to support him. We are not talking about fighting, just talking about showing support. And citizens cannot even do that. This is our condition. This is the condition. That is when the liberals are able to run all the media headlines. Oh, someone's house got this. How dare he say this? Where is it? Where is your group? Where is your crowd? How is he daring to do it on screen? To come and say that the police are doing something wrong when there are court orders, they come out talking about the constitution. So how are these liberals speaking against the constitution? How is the media asking, oh, what happened? You had so many members in your house. Did not you eat? How dare the media go and ask the illegals? The media never came to our homes to ask. The media certainly never went to the homes of Kashmiri Pandits to ask. What happened to you? How is the media asking them? How dare they even ask the illegals? If they were our own citizens, we could understand it. To ask about the well-being of citizens from a whole other nation. How dare our media do this? This is the situation we are in. So now when I had my talk in Mumbai and Pune, I asked this very question that Bala Saheb is not here. There is no Bala Saheb. And this time, there are no workers from Uttar Pradesh and Bihar to fight. People of Mumbai must be aware of what is coming and understand it carefully. What is going on? And they will do God's work. They know exactly what the problem is. I have full faith. Now over here, many radicals were offering namaz on the road. And when some police officers went there, the way they were threatened, watching the video, it really seems that they would have killed that police officer. If this was not a BJP-run state, if there was no BJP government here, then what is seen in this video, the way they are scaring the police officer, they would have obviously killed him. And as much as we understand the legacy media, the shameless experts of the legacy media who sit on the screen, we understand them perfectly. They would not even cover this news that a policeman was killed. Do you understand what the legacy media is doing? Anyway, Prabhu Chawla ji is asking a question about when I tweeted with a map of Mumbai that all entry and exit points have been captured. So Prabhu Chawla ji is asking, please elaborate, not clear. Block, how and by whom? But what an innocent act. He is acting, you see. What do you mean 4 years left for Maharashtra riots? My goodness. Our legacy media is so very shameless that they never seem to have any clarity. But they are so skillful, as I have written. The media crooks of your batch were so skillful that when a Hindu dies, to hide that, they named the Godhra riots, the 2002 riots. Because in the future, if a child reads about the 2002 riots, they will immediately ask who the chief minister was in 2002. If the same thing was originally written as Godhra riots, the child would ask what happened in Godhra. You see how vile and shameless our legacy media is. Every single channel is filled with such vile people. So the 2002 riots were deliberately, the Godhra riots were deliberately called the 2002 riots. You understand? Just like that. The Kandahar hijack, not Kathmandu, the Kandahar hijack. Though terrorists boarded from Nepal, so it should be Kathmandu hijack. No, they named it Kandahar hijack. Why? It should not be known that the problem of radicalism cannot be solved in Afghanistan, that it is far away. When radicalism is rampant here on the India-Nepal border, to hide that, they call the Kathmandu hijack the Kandahar hijack. I mean, what can I even say? You cannot find anyone more anti-national than the legacy media. No such person can possibly be born. Anyway, Prabhu Chawla ji is asking why I am saying that riots will happen. It is like he is an innocent 3-year-old child who does not understand what I am saying. The 4th S-400 is arriving in India this week. Obviously, it should be deployed immediately, you know, where it should be deployed. Now, I think that the entire cost of demolition should be borne by those bureaucrats who were responsible for that department to prevent any illegal occupation from happening. To prevent the occupation of government land, the money should be deducted from the pensions and salaries of the bureaucrats who are responsible. And it should be deducted from the salaries of the judges who dragged the case on for so long, right? The entire cost of demolition should be recovered from them. Now for Mumbai, I have suggested this for Maharashtra, but all states can implement it. I think in every public space, be it parks, beaches, or gardens, an entry fee of 10 rupees should be applied everywhere. I am suggesting this for Mumbai. I have also tagged Fadnavis ji, Kirit Somaya ji, and the BMC. In all public spaces, there should be a minimum entry fee of 10 rupees. Payment should be taken only through QR code so that we know which Rohingya is entering illegally in public spaces. And if it is the posh areas of Mumbai, the entry fee should be up to 50 rupees. And I think that all those gardens and parks that are around temples, near temple campuses, and inside the campus, such public parks, for example, Peshwa, Sarasbag, Ganpati Temple in Pune, if that garden is linked to the temple campus, then whatever the entry fee is, it should all go to the temple management. It seems to me that this will be useful for de-radicalization and also for catching illegal Bangladeshi and Rohingya. Very good cleanliness will also be maintained. And in a way, a record will be kept of who is coming and going. So I feel there should be a minimum entry fee of 10 rupees for public spaces. And other states obviously can take this up. That is why I have also tagged Harsh Sanghvi ji here as a part of the de-radicalization process. Those who want to contribute, the QR code is right here. You can do so if you wish. And everyone, please like the video. That is all for today. Jai Hind, Jai Hind.